Hey everyone, this is Sean Masick here. I'm recording for Hipsters of the Coast. This is Modern Hero, Week 10. This is my last week of having to play leagues with this deck, which I am kind of excited about. It's not quite like Mystery Science Theater level, where I'm like being forced to like watch terrible movies every week and where I can't leave, because I can leave, but it's pretty bad. I have not enjoyed playing Green Black Elves every week for what it will now be 10 weeks. I think that this deck in general is fine, but it's... Let me figure out the best way to say it. It's worse than all other decks like it that I can think of. For example, like right now, I think Counters Company is like a pretty reasonable choice. So in that deck, you know, you're a creature-based sort of aggro value deck, but you also have an infinite 2-card combo, basically. You know, I suppose you also need a Court of Calling or a Dustwatch Recruiter, something like that, to find your a way to dump all your infinite green mana. But I mean, you pretty much just win the game. I think Merfolk is more disruptive. You know, all the Death Shadow decks are obviously a lot more disruptive. Burn has generally a little bit of a faster clock, I would imagine. Yeah. So there's that. You know, I am going to play this next week in GP Vegas, because Hipsters were nice enough to sign me up. So thanks everyone. But you know, unless I have some kind of insane performance next week in GP Vegas, I cannot imagine that I would be continuing to pick this deck up. So just sort of like a word to the wise. I hope it doesn't really undermine you know, the Modern Hero kind of mission, because the deck is definitely a lot better than we started out with, or I hope so. And it's interesting because I think if decks like Grixis Shadow are really popular, that this seems like it wouldn't be that bad of a choice, because you get to employ the sort of swarm strategy, and the kind of go wide and kill them. And there's a lot of redundant pieces, so you know, you don't necessarily need to... you can still get back in it if your best cards are kind of picked apart by Thoughtseize and Inquisition. So now that I'm done sort of complaining about the deck, let's talk about some of the changes I made. Should be up here, yeah. So I took a Fracturing Gust. Fracturing Gust is like one of those cards that is like one of the best gotcha cards for playing against Affinity, playing against Lantern, playing against KCI, something like that. But you know, it's a little bit on the expensive side, and I'm just not seeing that much of those decks. Affinity has really waned in popularity, I think, both online and in real life. So I had another Kitchen Finks. You know, I don't want to have too much like results-oriented thinking, because you know, last week I played Burn twice, but I think Kitchen Finks is reasonable for a bunch of matchups. It's very good against Burn, and it's passable in like a lot of the mid-rangey decks where they're just sort of killing your guys and you would like to buff your life total. I did an Elvis Champion. I sent in a bunch of different lists. I'm not sure exactly how I feel about it, but it's sort of another Lord, along with Elvish Archdruid, and the Forest Walk is certainly relevant in some situations. I added a Selfless Spirit, so we would have additional protection against Anger of the Gods kind of cards. And I added a third Rest in Peace. And the third Rest in Peace is definitely aggressive, so I'm going to say that. I'm not sure how close the Magic Online meta is to real life, but what I've noticed is that every week I play against Dredge or I play against Living End and I lose. So I would really love to have a way that, you know, it's Rest in Peace, I think, is a card that if you play it on turn 2, you have a very good chance of winning. This is not to say that Dredge doesn't have ways of dealing with it. You know, I've seen Maelstrom Pulse. I've seen engineered explosives, stuff like that. So they definitely have ways of dealing with it. Our anti-graveyard package, like I said, is very aggressive, but I think with Dredge being so good right now, and Living In popping up a reasonable amount, it's also reasonable against something like Storm or Karkland Ironworks, and I just don't want to lose those decks anymore. So it's a hard line. I'm not sure if it's right. I guess we'll find out. I took out Fracturing Gust, a Fatal Push, Thoughtseize, and the Yixla Jailer because we were just adding the Rest in Peace. Yixla Jailer I think is a little fragile, I guess. So let's go to our league. Playing another friendly Modern League, and like I said, guys, this is the last week we're doing this, so I'm really hoping for a positive record. Okay, this hand is fine. If the opponent doesn't mess with us, it means we play Llanowar Elves on turn 1, and then 2 Heritage Druids on 2, tap 3 for Elvish Archdruid. So that's a pretty reasonable start. We're playing against Tron, that's fine. We'll lead with the Blooming Marsh. We'll play Llanowar Elves. I'm not sure if this is right exactly. I think that if our next draw is exactly the 2/2 on tapper guy, then that's worse. But this is a map. Oh, a Dismember. All right. Okay, well that's actually very good news. So we're just gonna play 2 Heritage Druids. And next turn, we currently don't have access to Collected Company, and it's probably gonna get taken. Would be what I imagine. Our record against Tron decks has been, I think, mostly reasonable. I think we're probably about 50-50 against them. Maybe slightly better. Okay. So yeah, I would rather play the Visionary here. Let's see what we draw. Okay. Can I do all the things I want to do? I tap 3. Play Arch. No, I guess I cannot. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna play the Temple Garden tapped. Nope. And 1, 2, 3. I'll play Archdruid. I'm hoping that they don't have that much more interaction for our board. We've already seen Dismember killing one of our creatures, and a Thought-Knot Seer stealing one of our Collected Company. So okay, Matter Shaper. Don't care too much about that. Not super worried. So I think I would rather play the Blooming Marsh just in case we draw something like Azuri next turn. I don't really see a reason to attack into a 4/4 to 3/2 that replaces itself. So we're just going to play our Blooming Marsh tapped, and we'll leave up white like we magically have Path to Exile or something. This is a little bit of a risky line because our opponent has something like All Is Dust or an Oblivion Stone. I don't think they play Oblivion Stone in Eldrazi Tron, but I'm not entirely sure. Blissed on 2, that's gross. Alright, well that's not great. And we're just going to sit in ducks here. I still don't think our attacks are good, especially because they just kill Archdruid at this point. We're going to need to see a Collected Company real pretty quick. Real pretty quick. Yep. And Azuri would be fine too, presuming they kill the Archdruid. Okay. I don't want to do that. Like I said, we're just kind of sitting around letting our opponent do whatever they want to us, which is not a great place to be in. But it is what it is. Put the counter on, and I imagine they just shoot the Archdruid right away. Or not. I guess they're probably in no hurry. It just becomes slightly embarrassing if I collect a company in response, right? Maybe not. Alright, we're gonna see Karn here. Oh, or All Is Dust. Alright, well we're done here. That was not very enjoyable. Okay. What do we want? So we saw a couple artifacts. You know, Eldrazi Tron does play a few things that we might want to kill. So maybe the Rex Sage is fine. Fatal Push isn't super reliable in killing things. I mean, I guess we would really like to be able to kill Thoughtseer. Thoughtseer seems kind of clunky. I mean, we're ultimately the aggressive deck here. We just want to kind of curve out and win. So here, let's sort this like a reasonable thing. I think the second Rex Age is probably okay. I saw a couple artifacts from them. It's possible that they board into something like why can't I think of what it's called? The 1 mana artifact that prevents cards from libraries or graveyards being played. Grafdigger's Cage, that one, to stop our collected company. So, you know, I think it's fine. I think we'll cut a Visionary because I don't really want it. Definitely appreciate being on the draw more, and this hand is totally fine. We have access to all of our colors of mana, collected company, presuming they don't take it, and a Shaman of the Pact. Opponent's name is PK Faya, which I appreciate. I'm not a Smash guru or anything like that. Pretty bad at Super Smash Brothers, if we're being honest. I usually play as either Samus or Kirby, and for Samus, I mostly just try to like hide on one side of the screen, and just hope that people don't hit me. Alright, so our options are we can either play Shaman, we can play Elite, we can play Visionary. I don't think we need to play Shaman yet. I think I like Elite the best. I'm just wondering at what point I want to search for the Swamp to play the Shaman. It's possible that I could just play Elite by tapping Elves and Razorverge Thicket if I don't want to take 3 damage to shock myself at some point. I'm not sure exactly how important our life total is, though. It doesn't seem super important to me. And I think that 1 damage probably doesn't matter that much, but let's get in there. All right. There might have been an argument to play Visionary to see if I draw another 1-drop Elf, in which case I'd want to play both of them. And we're just gonna... Man, turn 2 Thoughtseer just... it feels bad. It does. Yep. Yeah, we can take our collected company. We didn't need that. Alright, so we have access to 4 mana, so I think we want to lead with Visionary, then play another Dwynen's Elite. Let's hope they don't have another Thoughtseer, I suppose. I didn't add any white cards, so let's lead with Visionary. Okay. Oh, that's real. Okay. Let's just play all the cards. That sounds better. Well, it makes me happy that I played the Visionary first, instead of just kind of resorting to the other plan. Sure. 2, 3. Play Dwynen's Elite. Okay. And we'll go ahead and tap these 3. And we'll play Shaman. That's pretty good. I feel fine about that. And yeah, our mana can empty. Not too worried. This game we just kind of got to fade in all this dust. Okay. Okay, Walking Ballista on 1. Oh, wow. Okay. So we're just going to jam Archdruid and attack with everything. That seems right. Opponent can decide to kill something pre-combat, but I think pretty sure that's just wrong. So I think you prevent more. I'm not entirely sure if this is right to swing with everything, but it feels right. So it feels right. Do it. So 4, 5, 6. So if they have all this dust next turn, that sucks. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, I guess there is no next turn. All right. Well, cool. I'm terrible even at simple math. Great. All right. Well, sometimes you just get there. I was going to say whether Scavenging Ooze was interesting. It's not really that interesting to me. With All His Dust, it's make you sacrifice, so Selva Spirit doesn't really do anything in this case. The one Thoughtseize is like a little bit interesting, because we can potentially strip their All His Dust. I don't hate it. All right, we'll play our one of Thoughtseize, and I think I'm gonna cut another Visionary. I would take another hand like that. That would be great. I had a suspicion that they were holding the All His Dust and they were just a turn too slow. But it's nice to be able to beat a turn 2 Thought-Knots here, because it's crazy. Just turn 2, take your best card, 4/4. It's like, and it's not even like if you kill it, you get it back. It's like you probably just get a worse card. The Tide Hollow Sculler is a little jealous. I am really looking forward to GP Vegas, though. I'm flying. What I've been led to believe is the worst airline, which is Spirit, and I still haven't paid the additional cost to bring a carry-on with me. So I guess I'll do that. Yeah, it's not great, but it was the cheapest way to get out there. So in the end, that kind of wins. You know, the lucrative life of someone in human services and magic content creation. Opponents taking their time. It's really letting us know they're thinking about sideboarding. Apologize if the air conditioning is too loud. It's hot. It's really hot in Boston. It's 90 degrees today. I looked at how hot it was going to be in Vegas while I was there, and like I know it's really hot. It's like the desert. It's Nevada. It's hot, but like one day it's going to be 113 degrees. 113. It just seems wrong. Well, this is almost an insane hand. like you just so you definitely can't keep this, but Yeah, I mean, even if you draw the land, right? So you draw land. No, no, it's just a snap mulligan. Cool. All right, this is 2. All right. Well, there's a land in this one. All right. Do we even want a Zuri? I don't think so. Opponent's on 5, but I imagine the 5 cards in Eldrazi Tron are going to beat this 4-card elf hand. Okay. We'll fetch into their turn. Getting an overgrown tomb. Perfect. Let's see that Thana's here. There was first that like kind of thought about it. Oh, Hangerback Walker. Okay. Okay, let's do this now, because why not? Nope. Alright, play this Thicket. It's got perfect mana. Okay. It's a Reality Smasher. Wait, my Reality smashed? Yeah, I don't think there's any way I can race a Reality Smasher. Yeah. Okay. It's certainly not going to help very much. I could... I don't know. I can court for 1. That's not good. Yeah. I mean, I'm just trying to think if there's any world where we can get back in this. Okay. So, say our play is Heritage Druid. We have 2 lands untapped, and then 2 Heritage Druid Visionary. In a turn, we could chord for the 2/2 that untaps, and then on our turn, if we drew something like Collected Company, I think we'd still lose. But let's try it. Yeah, I don't want this. Yep. Realities have been smashed. Man, mulling to just never sink a single land is really daggers with this deck. Sure. Crack that map. Okay, another Eldrazi Temple. X is 1. Alright. We just gotta draw Collected Company. Alright, it's not Collected Company. We didn't quite get there. I mean, I could just play everything naturally, I suppose. Yeah, that probably makes most of my sense. I definitely should have attacked. How bad is it to attack? It's actually... It's bad. Sure. Yeah, whatever. Sure. Green, black. Okay. So, if we take this from the Reality Smasher, we're just getting all this dusted. Yup. Yep. 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 Alright, well that was terrible. I realize that it has nothing to do with skill necessarily when you see no lands and you mull the 4. Trying not to be salty. Gotta gain my composure so we can finish out 4-1, which I'm sure is gonna happen.